by practicing Power Query, data modeling, data visualization pain. So it's not that much tricky to learn. But where I found a bit tricky is with the DAX measures. When it comes to the in a less period of time, if we want to have maximize the earnings, then we need to switch the career from one company to other company very frequently. We need to keep saying to ourselves that yes, we have to build confidence and we have to be very patient where in this learning phase so that we can build a confidence. Yes, I can do. Apart from this, we have to start learning the statistics. We should have the knowledge what the statistics is, so what kind of different kind of graphs we have, so when to use which visuals. So I feel the DAX part is the most technical skill that has to be improved by the BI developers. So these kind of things are making me to be active in the LinkedIn, which is making myself that I'm building my personal branding, marketing myself, what I have the skills and what I can contribute. And also in the LinkedIn, I used to see like they used to comment as like I'm interested, as in when the company HR post an opening for a fresher role, irrespective of the location in India. So I used to see like at least a weekly twice, like I'm interested. If we do the certifications from the Microsoft point of view, so there is some value because the certification we are getting is from Microsoft. For that, they should have that enthusiastic that yes, I should tell the story from the data. So that kind of motivation they should have, that kind of interest they should have, that yes.
Hello and welcome to another episode of our podcast. Today we have an incredible guest whose career journey is both inspiring and insightful. Meet Krishnakanth Thummalacherla, a talented data analyst currently working at McDonald's. Before this, he gained a valuable experience as a visualization engineer and data analyst at Wiz Global. Coming from an electrical and electronics engineering background, Krishnakanth's career transition into data analytics is nothing short of amazing. With his expertise, he has also earned the reputation of being one of the best Power BI developer out there. What makes him even more special is his dedication to helping others. He has over 35,000 followers on LinkedIn and actively mentoring students and data aspirants, sharing his knowledge and guidance. Let's give warm welcome to Krishnakantha. Hi Krishnakant sir, how are you?
Yeah, hi Chaitanya, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you so much for coming to my podcast and giving your time. The knowledge you're going to share us with today, that will be really valuable for all the data students and aspirants who want to chemical data engineering. Thank you so much for that, first of all.
You're welcome. I'm happy to share my experiences from this podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, let's talk about the first point of this podcast. That we want to know that how was your journey from the electronic engineering background to the becoming a data analyst? What inspired you to make this transition?
So usually when I'm into my electrical engineering domain, like working as estimation engineer, so I used to not find much interesting as a long-term career goal. So during that time, I used to discuss with my colleagues and I used to discuss with my engineering classmates, like what are the other opportunities I have, like I can move, switch into IT. So they used to give me the ideas, like few friends will suggest to go in embedded systems and few friends will go into data analytics. So that way I made my interests that I am aligning with the data analytics. So that way during December 2021 onwards, I started learning, and I also resigned during December 2021 from the payroll company which I'm working into the electrical engineering domain. So then since then I started learning and the required tools like Power BI, SQL, Excel, statistics. So that way 6 months I have spent and started giving the interviews on my own, and then finally I landed into data analyst role. So what inspired me in the sense is like basically I brought up in the Sriharikota, where we have the India space. So from childhood onwards, I used to see the rockets launches from different launch vehicles based on the different applications. So that I just want to analyze like in which year wise, so how many launches that are launched and what kind of applications satellites they have deployed into the orbit. So this kind of analysis, it will be keep on going in my mind that I do. It's a time that I need to have the analysis where I can see the insights like which is having in my mind from the report. So that way it is making me to move across the data analytics platform where I can also ensure to provide the right insights to the stakeholders.
Yeah. So moving to from the electronics engineering background to data science is not easy. You invested time, you learn more things. So we want to know that what were some of the biggest challenges you faced while shifting domain? How did you overcome them?
Yeah, basically challenges, definitely we feel that when we are learning in that learning phase, we we feel that it's getting tough, or for some time we feel that it is not coming. So again, we have to go back to the domain which we are into. And for some time we feel that we will stuck and there will be nobody there to help. So we will lose our interest. So these kind of things will happen while we are in the preparation mode. That too, we are switching into the new platform. So we have to be, in order to overcome that, we have to be very proactively. We have to keep consistently. We have to learning without thinking that in a negative way that it will not come. So definitely it will take some time. We need to keep saying to ourselves that yes, we have to build confidence and we have to be very patient where in this learning phase, so that we can build a confidence. Yes, I can pick the tasks. But thing is, we have to keep teasing. Not only the learning will make us more strong and confident enough, but definitely the teasing with the sample data set will definitely increase our confidence. And for interviews as well, it will be very comfortable to say the questions where we can answer to the panelists very in a comfortable manner.
Yes, yes, yes. So, sir, can you give us advice if someone from non-tech background or from commerce science background doing the transition to data analytics field?
People like who are looking into move that career to data analytics, definitely they can, but they must ensure that they are good at communication skills, good at soft skills, and apart from this, they should have a thinking of a logical mindset where we can get the code by understanding from the stakeholder perspective requirements. Apart from this, we have to start learning the statistics. We should have the knowledge what the statistics is, so what kind of different kind of graphs we have, so when to use which visuals, and then followed by we can go for preparing Excel, and followed by we can go for preparing the SQL in terms of a database, maybe through SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL. We have to keep teasing, not by just reading, where we need to practice the queries. Again, as I mentioned, makes us more comfortable to answer in the interviews as well. And followed by any BI tool, either Power BI or Tableau, that is also teasing. Learning by practicing will definitely yield a good result from understanding perspective. So these skills I used to see most where for our career transition, it helps. These skills will definitely play a crucial role.
Yes, yes, yes. So, sir, we want to know that right now you are working in which company and what is your day-to-day job look like? What are your roles and responsibilities at the job?
So currently I'm working for McDonald company. It's a data analyst role. So basically, like I used to handle two projects, 50% allocation each. So we will be allocated to the project, and where the stakeholder will provide the business understanding, and we need to have the data understanding from the table level and also business perspective. At the same time, we need to understand the requirements, and then we need to start working on the development part. So weekly we'll be having the review call. So we need to show the progress what we had done from the report level, and then again the requirements will keep coming. So this cycle will continue until the stakeholder completes their view of the visual which they are looking for. And also we used to have the daily stand-up calls where it will be a kind of a cycle that it will be having where we need to provide our updates in form of Azure DevOps board. And coming to this requirement part, yeah, so daily we need to day-to-day activities will be like mostly into develop. Once it is done, then we need to once we get the heads up from the stakeholder to move to prod, then we need to publish it to the prod workspace from through deployment pipelines.
Yes, sir. So, as you said about the roles and responsibilities, there are huge things you do on daily basis. So, sir, how did you keep updating yourself as a dynamic data analyst?
Well, we have usually we used to get monthly updates from the Microsoft or the Power BI. So we have Microsoft documentation. So one is the one that one, and second one is like where from Times of India newspaper we used to have time techies in every Wednesday. We will get that for every during every week Wednesday. So there we used to see many company CEOs and MDs will share their experiences in terms of current how the market is having the jobs, and also how the technology is getting evolved in terms of data analytics, and also in terms of artificial intelligence and also generative AI. So these things, apart from these, I used to interact with my fellow data professionals through LinkedIn, and I used to know, and we used to get the updates mostly like what kind of updates we are having from the Microsoft Copilot level, from the Microsoft, from the Power BI tool level. So these are all my things I used to regularly follow in order to keep myself updated.
Yes, yes, yes. So, as we discuss about the if anyone wants to switch their career from subject in the data analytics field. Okay, you explain us so very well. So we want to know that which technical skill would you say has been the most critical to your success as a data analyst?
Yeah. So basically, for me, if you ask me, like mainly Power BI is easy to kind of by practicing Power Query, data modeling, data visualization, pain. So it's not that much tricky to learn. But where I found a bit tricky is with the DAX measures when it comes to the to meet some of the stakeholder requirements. So it's not like kind of a drag and drop the column. So definitely we should be well and good in writing the DAX calculated measures. So we should be thorough with the DAX functions, when to use where. So it comes by teaching only. So we have courses like Udemy from MachineLearning where we have advanced DAX, and also Enterprise DNA where they have the mastering DAX calculations. So who are all coming into data analytics and who are all wants to be especially in Power BI domain, definitely these two courses from the Udemy will help them to ensure they are moving from beginner level to pro level, and they have to practice with the sample data set so that it gives them more understanding like when to use which DAX function, which makes them very easy to implement when they are writing the DAX measures. So I feel the DAX part is the most technical skill that has to be improved by the BI developers.
Yes, yes, because DAX is very important in Power BI. Power BI is just not the drag and drop things. You have to manipulate the data for applying the before creating the charts, before creating the bar charts or graphs, pie charts. Anything the DAX is very important. The people should know what is the DAX, because many of the students they'll just look the image of the dashboard and they enter in the industry. But when they learning the process of the Power BI, they get to know that the data manipulation is also one thing we have to do it in start, and that is very important. On that basis only the at the end the charts and graphs are coming properly in proper visualization for the stakeholder, because stakeholders want the neat, clean and proper visualization.
True. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, yes, sir. So, sir, as we spoke about the non-technical to technical switching, now we want to know that for the students who are learning now in the computer science engineering or doing the specialization in data science or ML, if you or she decided to they want to become a data visualization engineer after the completing the education, so what top skills should they focus from their foundation only?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, so has to be good at the communication skills, and also they should ensure that we have the soft skills when we are communicating with the stakeholders. And apart from these skills, coming to technical skills, we need to have kind of skills like Excel, SQL, and Power BI. So we have to learn by practicing. So until unless we don't teach, so as a beginner level, they will find difficulty, because most of the people like they will prepare, they will learn from the courses what they are taking from the institutes, but they are unable to come up with the piecing the same skill sets which they are learning. So until unless they practice, it won't make us to move ahead in order to gain more confidence in the interviews. So that would be the most crucial play when it comes to teaching, not only the learning.
Yes, yes, yes. So, sir, also going through a profile, I noticed that we have to certification courses also from the Maven Analytics, from LinkedIn, from Udemy. So, sir, my question is that out of all this certification you have completed, which one had the most significant impact on your career and your professional journey?
If you ask me, like I had one course from SQL BA training when I'm working with the client Siemens Gamesa. So I had the opportunity to take up the course. So the data modeling from the SQLBA.com. So where it has played a very huge impact, because data modeling also is one of the key role. Until unless we have a good data modeling, we cannot move ahead with the data visualizations part to work on the develop. So one thing I can say is data modeling, and one more thing is advanced DAX from the map. And so which made me to make my understanding more flexible, that earlier I used to find difficulty in understanding the DAX functions. So once after completing the advanced DAX, I come across by many other DAX functions, and I also started piecing it. So that made me to gain more knowledge in implementing for the scenarios which I'm coming across. So these two are the courses that has impacted during my career transition since 2022.
Yes, yes, yes. So, sir, also going through your LinkedIn profile, I also noticed that you have received one award from the Quiz Global, that is about On the Fly Award. award. So, sir, can you tell us about the on the fly award and what it means for your professional growth?
Yeah. So basically, the Quest company has given the On the Fly Award not only for the contributions from the client Siemens Gamesa, who has been nominated Mr. Indranil Ray, so who is the person who has given the customer feedback. Apart from that, I used to post the openings through the LinkedIn platform, and I also need to prepare technical skill based PPT, and we need to upload it in the knowledge management. So these kind of things also we need to do, and also apart from this, I need to upskill and cross skill as part of quarterly learning. So these are all the things that matters in order to get in, like to being nominated from the Quest Award. Not only meeting the deliverables, but also the other things which matters to get nominated for this award.
Yes, yes. As I saw, the every aspect of your professional growth depends on the LinkedIn. LinkedIn help you most of the times in your professional journey, but you have spent the more time on LinkedIn. That is the result that you have get the proper benefit of the link. Yeah, yeah. So, sir, my next question is about the same thing. That is, what's your perspective on personal branding in data analytics, and how has it helped you in your career growth?
So during my career transition, I used to post what all I have worked on the reports with the sample data. So I used to share the screenshots, and I used to say what I have analyzed. It will make that what I am working. So I am showcasing my work, and I am posting it in the LinkedIn so that people will come to know. And also I am making them others to share my knowledge, and also HRs will come across to know what I am working on. So if there are any opportunities, that also it will be very helpful for me to get into their eyes as part of the recruitment. And also I used to slowly in a later time, I used to post the technical things related to Power BI, what all the updates getting released from the Microsoft. And also I used to share Power BI interview questions from the companies which I have attended. So these kind of things, this kind of using posts and making engaging with other people posts by commenting on their posts, and also sharing like giving my opinion for the articles related to data visualization and business intelligence. So these kind of things are making me to be active in the LinkedIn, which is making myself that I'm building my personal branding, marketing myself, what I have the skills and what I can contribute, and also providing career guidance and resume review for the data professionals who are reaching out to me on a daily basis, and also acting as a mentor to the people who are all switching their career to data analytics platform.
Yes, yes. So I want to tell all the audience that Krishna sir has the personal branding not limited this much. They have also 35K plus followers on LinkedIn and over 40 plus recommendations on LinkedIn. So sir, we want to know that what strategies helped you to build your LinkedIn presence.
Yeah, strategies in the sense like we should be very proactive to share our experiences. So what all we are having our learnings. So what we are learning. So what we are getting experienced from the scenarios that we are working on day to day daily basis. So what kind of things that we can able to share our knowledge. So which will make not only us but also my people of network. I can able to share my knowledge and the experiences which I am coming across in a day to daily basis. So there I am also able to get the recommendations from my colleagues with whom I'm working as part of my day to day daily responsibilities. So I used to ask for the recommendations, like depending on the interactions we had, depending on the work we connected for from the current organization and previous organization colleagues. So these are all the things like which is making me to be active in the LinkedIn platform, and also engaging with the posts, and also being active by consistently posting related to the data analytics stuff, related to Power BI interviews, related to DAX things, related to Power BI updates, and related to LinkedIn, how we can optimize our profile in order to get into the eyes of recruiters. So these are all the things I used to follow and being active the LinkedIn, Chetan.
Yes, yes, yes. Till now, you have shared the wonderful tips and tricks for the aspirants and data analytics. So, we talk about the all the positive side. We want to know that the students' negative side also. So, sir, could you share the mistakes you see in the beginners in data analytics fun make, and how they can avoid that mistake?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, also like most of the time I used to see like in the LinkedIn, I used to see like they used to comment as like I'm interested, as in when the company HR post an opening for a fresher role, irrespective of the location in India. So I used to see like at least a weekly twice, like I'm interested, I'm interested. So even though they have good knowledge, even though they have good exposure into the skill sets that are required for the data to become a data analyst, so these kind of mistakes I used to see commenting as I am interested. So instead of that, if they can reach out to the person who has posted that job opening directly with a cold message saying that I am having 6 months of experience into data analytics, so I'm looking for a job opportunity. So these are my primary skill sets and these are my secondary skill sets. So it would be helpful if I'm matching for the skill sets that are aligned to the job opening. So please do let me know. So if they can send this kind of a cold message, so definitely they would the profile what the company is looking for. So definitely they will reach out to the candidate. HRs will reach out to the candidates. So this kind of messaging, cold messaging, following up with HRs in the LinkedIn and also being active in the LinkedIn in the sense as I mentioned. So they can engage with the other data analyst posts. What is their thoughts? They can give their thoughts in form of comments, and they also can start posting about their learnings. So that also definitely it will help them not only from point of HRs but also from the network of pull where others also can help us in getting the job openings or to attend the interviews. So definitely it will make them to get through any of the means they can get the opportunity, not only by posting but also by being active. They one of their network of people also can come to know that there is a job opening that where he or she can apply. Yep.
Yeah, but sir, nowadays from the last 1 year or 2 year on LinkedIn, the scams are going on from the some of the fake or the fake HRs. They are posting the fake job role, and at the end they ask for the money. Fresher don't know about how to process this thing, because if the fresher is doing LinkedIn for the first time or the newly, they don't know about these scams. So what you would suggest them while going through the LinkedIn applying for the job, or what you would suggest to stay aware or away from these scams?
Yes, Yajana. So first thing they have to do by any job seeker who are looking for this jobs when they come across this kind of openings. So first they have to ensure by going to their profile whether they are currently what is their designation, whether they are working for any company, what they are hiring for. That they have to notice. So according to that only, if it is yes, if they feel that yes he is working for an MNC, ABC and MNC company, then he can go and apply. So without seeing the profile of the person who has made he himself as a HR recruiter, first we have to ensure that. Then we can proceed by sharing our CV to the mail mentioned, to the email it has been mentioned. Otherwise, we have to ensure that this is a fake job opening, because nowadays people are getting more showing interest that once we post job openings in LinkedIn, we will get more popular. So they are posting that they will get more followers. So which is not the right thing actually they are doing, but still they are doing these things. But we job seekers has to be very cautious that we should not fall in that trap. Yep.
Yes, yes. So, sir, we'll move towards the salary part and the financial part of this industry. Okay. So, my question is to you that what's your view on the salary progression in the data field, and how can one maximize the air earning potential?
Salary progression in the sense like it depends on our current salary, how much we have. So basically companies will pay 30 to 40% hike on the current the job role we are having in our hand. So again it depends on company to company budget that has been assigned to that particular role. So for example, if when person is applying for a company where he is having kind of a 5 lakh, right? So company will say that we will provide 30 to 35% hike. Usually the private companies used to follow. So if we like the person like we job seekers if they want to get in more LPA, then we have to keep a counter offer. So by getting first to one company, like say for example if we get like 7.5 lakh, then if we want to have to get more LPA, then we have to keep that counter offer and we have to attend a few more interviews. So that way we can improve our salary progression, LPA in terms of LPA. So how can one maximize earning potential in sense like in a less period of time? If we want to have maximize the earnings, then we need to switch the career from one company to other company very frequent in sense like 2 years, 2 to 3 years. So if we keep moving, then we can definitely we can maximize potential by taking the counter offers. So that way we can in a less time we can maximize our financial things in terms of LPA.
Yes, yes, yes. And also, sir, nowadays, some of the people do the advanced certification. Those who are actually doing the job, okay, they do the advanced certification, advanced courses from the 100 rupees to lakh rupees. Okay. So, sir, how much that matters in the salary growth for the job role?
Well, it doesn't has like that anything, but thing is we have many platforms like YouTube as well, Udemy as well. So these are all the normal. If we say that Udemy, it's a normal certification. If we do after learnings, if we do the certifications from the Microsoft point of view, so there is some value because the certification we are getting is from Microsoft. For that, if I write PL 300 or if I write DP 600, which is a fabric analytics engineer exam, so it will be having some weightage compared to the course which I am doing and getting certification from the Udemy, right? So definitely I will have more weightage to my resume, so that where companies will pick me. Not all the companies, it depends. Company to company it varies. So few companies will persons who are all having kind of certification from Microsoft, and few companies will look into the technical skills, will look into the communication skills, how they are, what they are up.
Yes, yes. But sir, also on the Coursera, the Microsoft is posting the courses or the certification, even the Google. But the same courses they are posting on their own websites also, their career websites also, or their learning website also. But the price is too different from the Coursera platform to their personal website. So how much you think that important that doing from the Coursera or doing from their own website?
For example, if we take MachineLearning, so it will be very costly. If we go and take from the directly from the portal. If I go into Udemy, so I can get a Power BI or Advanced DAX or Power BI service course at a very less cost in Indian currency, right? So definitely it will be very high if we go and if we want to pick it from their portal level. So always it's good to go. Always we have the Udemy actually. So where many platforms like instructors where they are sharing and they're giving us at an affordable price, right? I prefer to go for by going through the contents. We have by the rating given by the students or the professionals. We have to choose. So these should be our criteria before making purchase of the any specific courses.
Yes, yes. So, sir, my last question of this podcast is what advice you want to give to all the data and aspirants who are entering in industry?
They should have that enthusiastic that yes, I should tell the story from the data. So that kind of motivation they should have, that kind of interest they should have, that yes, if I get this raw data, so I should be able to show that I can tell the story to my stakeholders in such a way that they can take the decisions for their business. So that should be our motto. If that is our motto, then yes, we can definitely move into data analytics platform and we can learn what all the required skills that are to be learned. Apart from that, as I mentioned, we have to be good at our communication skills, soft skills, project management, and stakeholder management. So these also plays a crucial role as part of the data analyst role, and also being good at exploring our technical skills. Like there is a Power Apps now, so there will be the requirements from the stakeholders where we need to implement Power Apps as well. So also there will be some of the automation tasks will be coming up from the manager's point of view. At that case, again we need to learn skill for automate. So there is no end for learning. We should be keep updating ourselves with learning the new skills related to Power Platform. And for example, it depends like company to company. Like again, we might need to learn Python as well for the similar data analyst role. It doesn't mean that for all the companies, but company to company the requirements will be different. So according to the company business perspective and according to the business requirements, we should be aligned so that we are in the good phase, we are on the right track, we are also updated with the skills that has to be.
Yes, yes, yes. The powerful person from Power BI expertise, Mr. Krishna sir. Thank you so much for coming to my podcast and sharing us a valuable tips and knowledge for all the data aspirants. Thank you so much for that. First,
Thank you for inviting me for to this podcast and where I could able to share my experiences, Chaitanya. Thank you for inviting me.
Please let me know in the comment which guest would you like to see on this podcast and any specific topics you would like us to discuss with them. We will try to bring those guests and ask your questions so you will get more helpful information. Before you go, share this episode with someone. It might really help them because one conversation can change a person's life, giving them a new idea and direction. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video.